Bianca Belair sucks. Damage Control sucks. The entire women's division sucks. Triple H's big fucking nose. And for that matter, Triple H sucks as well. What the hell is happening to WWE? How can a 3-hour Raw legit half the time felt like it was being taken up by Damage Control? Probably the worst stable, the worst faction I have ever seen. 3 women just thrown together, no character, no personalities, nothing in common, just winged together, hoping it would stick. And it does stick, but it's sticky, not like glue, it's sticky like dog shit. This faction fucking sucks, and they're feuding with Bianca Belair, probably the worst female champion maybe ever. So it's a recipe for disaster. You don't get them once, twice, 3 times. You get them like 4, 5, 6, 7 times throughout the show. I mean, once would be bad enough, but Damage Control is just integrated throughout the show. And as far as I'm concerned, this show is on Damage Control. This show is fucking dead. Then you throw into the mix long, boring matches. Every single match that isn't a squash match goes like 3 commercial breaks. It's like every match is 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and nobody wants to see that. That's for like pay-per-view matches, that's for matches that mean something. It's not for matches on TV. How come every match is legit going 2 or 3 breaks during Raw? That shouldn't be happening. And then you get, like I said, Johnny Gargano, the Judgment Day suck. Everything, pretty much everything on this show sucks. I mean, there's a few things I like about it, and there's a couple of things I think Triple H is doing right. But these Raws are hard to watch, man. They really are. Who thinks Damage Control's good? Or who thinks Damage Control's good? I don't. How can you like this? It's a horrible stable. Their theme song's atrocious. They've got the worst theme song ever. I mean, you look at some stables, the fucking Evolution is a mystery. And then you got this shit, and it's legit garbage. We are the power, we are the rage, you got the cage, you got the stage. I mean, what? Fuck off at the stage, a bunch of boring bastards. I hate this theme song. It's horrendous. Right, enough ranting about Damage Control, because I don't want this video to be an hour long, but I might make a 10 reasons why Damage Control sucks, because I mean, they are bad. I actually don't mind Bayley individually. I kind of like Io Shirai individually. Not massive on Dakota Kai, but as units, they're not bad. But as a collection, as a group, every time they come on, I legit want to kill myself. I legit wish I was The Miz and Dexter Lumis was ready to just murder me, grab me into his locker room and strangle me for forever, for eternity. That's how I feel when I see Damage Control come on the TV screen. But like I said, I'll do a separate vid on Damage Control. If you want to see that, then let me know in the comments and we can make it happen. We kick off Raw with the Judgment Day. Balor says, Edge doesn't belong in the Judgment Day. Edge doesn't belong in the same ring as me, says Finn Balor. The crowd are chanting, who's your daddy? At Dominic. And then Dominic gets on the mic and says, I'll tell you who my dad is, and it's not Rey Mysterio. Dom says he hates Rey, and now that he has a new family, that family being the Judgment Day. I mean, I actually think Dominic's probably been the best member of the Judgment Day since he joined, and that probably sums up what I think of the others. Then Priest grabs the mic and says a bunch of nothing, really. Balor then says he could have destroyed AJ last night. Then he corrects himself and he seems annoyed that he said last night. I'm so angry I said last night. I mean, mate, you suck, right? You shouldn't be cutting promos at all. Go back to fucking NXT Black and Gold, or go back to the Indies, Ring of Honor. Go back to New Japan. Just please get off Monday Night Raw. Stick Balor on 205 Live. That's a shit show I would never watch. So if you stick Balor on that, I don't need to see him. Balor tells AJ, I'm not a bad guy, so don't make me do bad things there, AJ. Fuck. Then we get the opening match of the night. Dominic's part wasn't bad. The rest of it was pretty shit, but I like Dominic. Not Rey Mysterio, Rhea Ripley out there looking like a big man fucking beast, as per usual. Then we had Rey and AJ versus Balor and Priest. I mean, it's the same shit. Rey Mysterio's on the outside. Dominic gets on his knees. You can't hit me, daddy. Rey doesn't hit him. And then Rhea Ripley clotheslines Rey. And that's it. Rey's down on the outside. Rey's selling the clothesline. AJ gets beat in the middle of the ring. 2-on-1. Numbers advantage. Pays dividend. AJ gets beat. Rey gets in the ring, apologises to AJ. AJ says, you weren't there, Rey. I needed you. And you weren't there. Then AJ pushes Rey. Rey falls on his little Mexican ass and he walks to the back. And this means AJ's left alone in the ring. And then the Judgment Day come in and beat him up again. So AJ getting barred multiple times tonight. And then Balor's punching AJ and he's like, I'm your friend, AJ. You gotta join the Judgment Day, AJ. I'm your friend. I mean, what have they done to AJ in the past couple? They fucking killed the guy. I mean, they've legit killed the guy. I mean, that he used to come in. He was facing John Cena, for God's sake. What a feud he had with John Cena. And now you look at him, the face that runs the place, and now he's probably the face that takes out the fucking trash. Terrible. Lashley arrives. He says it's not the title that makes the man, it's the man that makes the title. Apparently celebrating a 3-month title reign here. They're trying to portray this US title as great because Raw hasn't got a world championship, but in reality, I mean, Lashley's US title run has been boring. Nothing's happened. It's been uneventful. It's not been good. They can try and tell us it's been good, but that doesn't mean it's been good. It's been garbage. And speaking of garbage, we then get Mustafa Ali. He wants a shot. Lashley says, Lashley says he's beaten the best. He mentions Seth Rollins, Brock Lesnar, John Cena, all these guys. Then he says he wants to face someone with the same hunger he has, blah, blah, blah. Then Ali appeals and says he wants the shot. Lashley's like, yeah, I've been looking at you, kid. Maybe next week. And then Ali pushes him and goes, nah, I want my shot now. So Lashley's like, right, okay, match confirmed. Then we go backstage. The Bloodline have arrived. You got Sami Zayn and Jimmy laughing out of control. Sami Zayn's telling some jokes about some dog and a house burning down. I didn't personally find it funny, but Jimmy Uso's laughing his ass off, and Solo Sikoa even breaks into a wee laugh. But then Jay appears. Jay's not happy. Jay doesn't find it funny. Sami doesn't tell Jay the joke, and then Jimmy and Jay look like they're about to, fall out here because Jay doesn't think Jimmy's taking it serious. And then Sami, shock, backs Jay, and he's like, "No, Jay's right. We need to be serious." Then they walked in the locker room. They bump into the Street Profits. Zayn tells them next week Roman Reigns is coming. They need to acknowledge a tribal chief. Montez Ford's laughing. One of the Usos says he's going to, I think it was Jimmy. Jey Uso says he'll break that other foot. Then Angelo Dawkins says, I don't like the bass in your voice, son. Take the bass out your voice. He says that he'll break his foot up Jay's ass. And then Solo Sikoa says to Dawkins, I'd like to see you try that on me. And then we have a match tonight. So it's going to be Dawkins versus Jay. No, Dawkins versus Solo Sikoa later on tonight. Then we get Lashley versus Ali, US title match. I mean, it was an okay match. Lashley wins, beats him up. But Ali shows resilience, but then he gets passed out in the Lashley lock. I forget what it's called. I'm just going to call it the Lashley lock. I'm sorry. It's I know it's not called the Almighty lock or something. I can't remember. I'm sorry, guys. 4:30 a.m. here, and you want me to? It's like, I know it's a full Nelson, but I prefer the Master Lock. I think the Master Lock was a better name for it. I don't know what Lashley calls it. I'm sorry, I can't remember. Kill me now. Then Rollins comes out, hits a stomp on Lashley. Then he says, now that I've cleared the ring of Bobby Trashley. Then he laughs. I mean, it wasn't that good. I mean, Bobby Trashley. I thought it was a bit lame, to be honest, but I mean, whatever. Then Riddle comes out and they're face to face. Obviously, they can't touch each other. If they touch each other, the match will be done. Rollins is speaking trash. Riddle says that after the match, they won't be singing, Seth Rollins' theme song in the crowd. They'll be singing, bro, like to the Seth Rollins theme song. And then Rollins congratulates Riddle for being a good singer. Rollins asks Riddle, does he sing lullabies to his kids at night? And he's like, oh no, you don't see your kids. This pisses Riddle off. And then Rollins says Riddle better not touch him because he needs this match because child support can be expensive these days. Then like Rollins is up in fucking Riddle's face. Riddle says, your breath stinks. Then Rollins blows in Riddle's face, and then Rollins says, "When was the last time you had a title?" This seems to piss off Seth. He says, "The last time you competed for a title, you got choked out by your boy Roman Reigns." Then he says, "When was the last time you main evented Mania?" And he's like, "Oh wait, you haven't, but your wife has." And then Riddle goes on to say, it looks like you're second best to Roman, you're second best to Becky, and at Extreme Rules, you'll be second best to me. Then Daniel Cormier appears on the Titantron, and it was weird. He kind of like made the announcement that he is the referee for the match, but the way he done it, it was almost like we didn't know he was a referee and he was making it live, whereas we were told at the start of the night that Daniel Cormier was going to be the referee, so I don't get that. Why not just not tell us that it would have been a surprise when Cormier came on the Titantron? Why did they already announce it and then, state it at the start of the show just for Daniel Cormier to come on and announce it as if we didn't know? That didn't make any sense to me, but I thought this segment was good. I mean, the Riddle Rollins segments have been really good. Hopefully the match delivers at Extreme Rules. Then we got The Miz. He's in his locker room. He almost gets grabbed by Dexter Lumis, but some guy calls him while he's on the phone to his wife, Maurice. He walks away, and then Lumis grabs and reaches, but doesn't get him. So The Miz lives to fight another day. Then we get Dakota Kai versus Candice LeRae. Candice LeRae loses thanks to Damage Control. Then we got Gargano walking backstage. He's walking towards the ring, and he spots the Miz laying out on some of the sound equipment board, and he's getting his head stroked by Dexter Lumis. Then he goes back, and Dexter Lumis isn't there. He wakes up the Miz by putting his finger in the Miz's earlobe. Bit weird, bit gay or whatever, inserting a part of your body into another man's hole. I personally wouldn't do that, but I mean, Johnny Gargano's a weird guy. So this wakes the Miz up. Then the Miz has got a picture of Dexter Lumis and him drawn left on him. So I mean, that happens. Then we get Damage Control. They attack Alexa Bliss and Bayley backstage. There's a contract signing then between Bayley and Bianca Belair. And Bayley says how she used to be like Bianca Belair. She had the bright colours, the ponytails, the fans cheering her on. And then, they turned on her or whatever. I mean, garbage promo. I heard this 1,000 times. Bianca Belair says, "Oh, hey, honey, you weren't me because I am the EST. Bayley, let me tell you, honey, if you think you're going to beat me at Extreme Rules, nah, chick, fuck off, right? I hate Bianca Belair. I hate Bianca Belair with a passion, but I will give her credit, right? She looked hot tonight. I'm not sure what she was wearing, like some sort of red bodysuit with I don't really care about the jacket. Her ass looked good tonight, right? That's about as much credit as I will ever give Bianca Belair. Her fucking ass looked really good tonight. So there you go. Don't say I never give Bianca Belair credit because her ass looked good. She got thrown over the announce table that she's fighting with Bayley. And then we see Damage Control backstage beating up Alexa Bliss and Asuka. Bianca runs to the back to try and help them, but this looked bad because it looked like Bianca was running away from Bayley and she's supposed to be the babyface, and I know that's not what they were going for, but if you're watching this at home, it did look like Bianca was trying to run away from Bayley, so I thought it looked a bit bad, to be honest. Then she gets to the backstage and we've got Asuka laying out. Apparently her knee's done. She's got a chair wrapped around her knee, and then Alexa Bliss is freaking out, and she's almost like she's turning into I don't know, evil Alexa, and she's like, yo, me, you, tonight, I mean, fucking what? I can't believe Raw is going to be main evented by Alexa Bliss and Io fucking Sharia. What the hell? Io Sky, even, what's happening? Then we got Johnny Gargano versus Otis, a long, boring match. Otis wins, but he needs the fucking help of 2 men to do it. How can a guy like Otis need the help of fucking Chad Gable and Austin Theory to beat a midget like Johnny Gargano? It makes no sense to me. Then after the match, Braun Strowman runs out. It was a 3-on-1 beatdown. He takes out Otis. Austin Theory escapes, but Chad Gable gets caught. Strowman throws him in the ring, and he basically just, squashes Gable. So an easy win there for Braun Strowman. I predict that Braun Strowman would win. I'm not going to take any brownie points for that because it was the most predictable thing ever, but it is what it is, guys. What did we have next? We had the Bloodline come out. Solo Sikoa versus Angelo Dawkins. Solo Sikoa wins. Whoop-de-doo. Then we got more Damage Control and Alexa Bliss. Io Shirai main event. The numbers game. Bianca Belair's getting beat up. Bliss takes out Bayley and Dakota Kai. Then Io Sky, takes out Alexa Bliss, hits a big moonsault, gets the pin, and then they're beating them up, and Asuka comes out, and she limps down to the ring, but, they were trying to portray it as if they took Asuka out earlier, so it just undone the earlier scene, because you're supposed to believe that Asuka's had her knee, completely fucked, but then she limps out, and then it just made it made earlier's attack look like nothing. It made it look like shit. Bit like this with you guys. It's almost 5 o'clock now, so yeah, it's not too good. And then there was some really bad spots. There was one spot where they put Alexa Bliss's head in between the ladder, and they kicked it from each end, but the ladder barely moved, and there was a massive it was a 4-foot gap, and the ladder never even hit Alexa Bliss's head, but then Alexa Bliss is selling it like she's dead, and it's come on. This looks really, really bad, and they just kept doing shitty moves. Bayley's finisher looks fucking horrendous, by the way. And then Raw goes off the air with Bayley and Damage Control posing on top of the ladder with the belts, and Jesus Christ, this was a bad Raw. People can like Triple H, people can hate Vince, that doesn't bother me. But to say this Raw was good, you've got to be lying to yourself, man. You cannot think this was a good Raw. I don't honestly see how anyone out there can like Damage Control. I don't see how anyone out there can like these long, boring matches. I don't see how they can like all these multiple women's segments. I just don't see it, man. I don't see it. Is there some things on this show that I did like? Yes. The Riddle Rollins stuff I thought was good. I like Alpha Academy. I do like Alpha Academy. Anything they do is good. The Bloodline stuff I'll take notice of. The Miz and Dexter Lumis. I didn't think tonight was that great from them, but it was okay. But the women's stuff was just, oh my god, Damage Control way too much. Why were they focused on so much tonight? I don't get it. I just don't get it, man. We have way too much. So that's it. This Raw's done and dusted. It wasn't a good Raw, guys. It honestly wasn't. I'm going to get a... Fuck me, what am I going to rate this? I actually thought the Lashley match was okay, to be fair. I'll give it a 2 out of 10. I'm sorry, this was not a good Raw for me. And the overuse of the women, especially Damage Control, it's just not on. Just not good enough. People have to sit up to 4 a.m. to watch this stuff, man. They need to put on a better show. I don't mind sitting up to 4 a.m. if something's good, but this was not good. So, yeah, that's it. I'm about to end this video here before I fall asleep, because trust me, I feel like I'm moments away from passing out. And, I blame Damage Control. So, Extreme Rules, 6 days away. Am I looking forward to it? Not really. Bray Wyatt, is he going to return? Hopefully. But you know what? 2 out of 10. Should I give it a 3 out of 10 for Bianca Belair's ass? You know what? I think, yeah, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10. Bianca Belair's ass looked good tonight. That's the first time I've ever said anything positive about Bianca Belair. So enjoy it. 3 out of 10. Till next time. Peace.